Police Minister Bheki Cele has raised concern over the lack of confidence the Olievenhoutbosch community has in the police. Residents in the area accuse the police of working in cahoots with criminals. Now, Cele is engaging the community on various crime concerns, including gender-based violence and other crimes that are plaguing the area. For more on the story, we cross live now to our reporter Pelane Phakgadi, who is following that story for us. A very good afternoon to you, Pelane. Seems like a very comprehensive program that took place throughout the course of today during the Crime Prevention Ministerial Imbizo. Tell us more about the content of this Imbizo, as well as the scathing words that Minister Cele had to give to those in attendance.
Well, I can tell you, Tammy, that the community really came out guns blazing, telling the police minister that there's just a lot of criminal activities in Olievenhoutbosch, and they want them clamped on as a matter of urgency. They talked about murder, they talked about sexual harassment, at times even as worse as rape, and that there are home break-ins where people really break into people's homes to rape them, take their belongings, and then they are nowhere to be found. And I think some crucial element that was announced by the minister was that some 1,800 cases here in Olievenhoutbosch police station, to be exact, have not been processed. As far as they're concerned, that they have not been able to find the perpetrators, meaning there are more than 1,800 criminals who are in the area that have not really been processed. The police in itself, the people in the area complaining a lot that the police may be in cahoots with many of the criminal activities here. The criminal elements and criminals here in the area. But as well, as far as the criminal activities are concerned, they also claim that foreign nationals who are currently in the country illegally might be the reason why we find the Olievenhoutbosch being the crime hotspot number 47 in the country. And Bheki Cele had an answer to that and had this to say.
Everybody has a right to be wherever you want to be, but you must be there legally. You must have papers. You must have a reason. You must have every responsibility yourself that you are there. You can't just wait. Even in Nkomo, when you buy Nkomo from point A, even a permit to go to point B. So you can't then have people who are all over. When they commit crime, you can't trace them. So it's important that people that they come here, South Africa, must accommodate people that are legally here. If you don't have papers, please understand we'll have to come and collect you.
Now, Pelane, the minister has refuted claims that police don't have resources to execute their jobs well. Now, he has agreed to establish a committee of local leaders that will work with the national as well as the provincial police commissioners to map a way forward in addressing crime in that area. Tell us a little bit more about this.
Well, definitely, Tammy. And as we speak now, the minister had just left about 7 minutes ago, just before we came on air, and he had gone to meet structures that are recognized by the community, and they will be mapping a way forward as far as timelines are concerned. And when is the interministerial task team that the minister is talking about will then be formed? Which departments will be part of this particular task team, and how are they going to go about with a lot of operations in the area? He was also speaking that there is a serious need to ensure that they involve Home Affairs within this particular project that they will now be dealing with, and as well as the Department of Infrastructure to deal with the infrastructure ailings that have been seen here in the area. You know, there are RDP houses that currently have been raided by people and illegally occupying them, and that is something that, of course, the minister says it must be in conjunction with other departments. But of course, he was talking as far as giving a response, and he also had this to say.
One is to invite the National Commissioner and the Provincial Commissioner to come to this police station in a very short time, maybe in 2 weeks' time, to sit down and put the steps that we're going to follow going forward. That's one. Two, I agree that we'll have to meet with the structures of the community here. Somebody did suggest that. That will be important to meet the structures of the community. Because we'll have to establish their origin and their leadership credentials.
Pelane, we'll leave it at that for this afternoon, but certainly a lot of action that still needs to take place on the ground as far as implementation, according to the Minister of Police. We'll wrap it up and leave it at that for today. Thank you very much. That's our Pelane Phakgadi, who's coming to us live from Olievenhoutbosch.